Dear
Padre, I have sinned.
Today I played Hitman 2, Silent Assassin. Oh hey, that's the same name as the best rank in the franchise. That's not going to be confusing in the future. So yeah, Hitman finally begins to embrace the arcade nature of itself and introduces rating system, also rewarding player for completing the level perfectly. Great, that's something that naturally begged to be in the game in the first place. Still no replay right away button though, don't have a technology for this marvel yet. Or, I don't know, a way to see that rating somewhere later? You play the mission and it's gone forever, it's not saved anywhere. Silent Assassin came out in 2002 and in short 2 years it managed to improve upon a lot. Controls are reasonable, missions have more coherent goals, map structure is less bloated, in most of them anyway, and much thanks to saving system I was relieved from exhausting repetition. Playing on expert I was limited to only 2 saves per each mission, which is exactly the limitation I'm looking for, because playing it on the easiest difficulty, which is normal, I would have felt too pampered. And honestly, expert should have been called normal. It's one of those games that poorly picks its intended difficulty and also gives you no information about them. Professional, I would recommend to leave until you play through the game once. It's really hard to enjoy exploring and testing your options when you can't save or see the icons on the map. So yeah, playing it the first time, pick expert, that's my recommendation. Tone of the game is now more serious as opposed to wilder past of its predecessor.
My number is BRO 3886.
We find 47 escaping from his past, trying to find a new purpose in life, which involves growing tomatoes for an Italian priest, to whom he also donated all of his money.
Have you gone soft, 47?
Religious theme got me concerned that 47 might start praying for each soul he kills, develop moral codex, go to a confession between each mission, or some dramatic nonsense like that. But after Father Vittorio gets kidnapped and 47 is forced to put up a suit and come back work for ICA to save him, all of that Christianity is good as gone. The main story is as much of an excuse as a prelude in a porn film, and again, it's completely fine, hits are all that matter. Hitman tries to be cinematic, but it's hard to take it seriously because the animation and graphics just aren't there yet, and it looks more goofy and cartoony than anything else. If you remember JK from Cyberpunk, he had a way of adding Spanish words into sentences.
Chingada madre, fine. Have it your way.
And I always wondered if it sounded weird if you understand both languages. In Silent Assassin I found a Russian equivalent of Jackie.
Пиздец. The place is a mess.
Oh, какая жопа, you're right. He is the risk we have to eliminate. I get that pidor gnoyniy for this. How do we kill him? He is like prizrak. Zipmaster dead. Nobody knows. I made sure, что за хуйня.
And yes, it sounds very awkward and puts a smile on my face every time I hear it. Something I want to commend though is using native languages in every country 47 goes to.
Oh, grazie dei fiori, li stavamo aspettando.
Eise!
Hallo Bert, guck mal, ob die Gäste fertig mit dem Fraß sind. Mach schnell!
It was a problem in Codename 47, everybody spoke English, and it becomes even more ridiculous with Uva tribe members. Can't say anything about other languages, but as for Russian I can tell for sure that they've used native speakers and it sounded natural and fluid, so good job on that. Map interface is now actually useful, it doesn't pause the game, which I appreciate, so you can track people in real time. Also, there are markers for things that could play a part in assassination. A lot of it is information 47 realistically shouldn't know, but honestly, if the game doesn't have any better alternative on giving clues about your options, I'm happy to at least have that. The worst part about Silent Assassin has to be new detection system. Now enemies can see through the disguise if you look at them funny or dare to break into a light jog. And if I'm being serious, that's a step in the right direction. Enemies should be more aware and clever, but this system is an embryo stage. It's so underdeveloped here, it makes the absence of it more realistic and enjoyable. I can't count the amount of times NPCs started shooting for no good reason. Why? Guards will run up to you gesturing wildly as if they are trained mimes who are dying to show off their new performance, so at the very beginning you are constantly required to guess what the hell they are so upset about. Because this is the only form of communication. What the? Why? What's up? Search? Did he stop me because I've been running or what? What do you want from me? Fucking what? What's wrong? Are you serious? I don't have anything. Lol. Going through guarded passages is another head-wobbling nightmare. Sometimes, if developers wanted you to pass a certain door, it will work. The other times, even simply walking by somebody will trigger them. And there is no other way of telling than trying and reloading if it fails. When you see guards at the door, you have no way of knowing if you need to wait until they move, distract them somehow, find another disguise, or you can just simply walk in. Because if you try to walk in and you're not allowed, they will not tell you that. They will fucking shoot you on the spot.
I started blasting. Bang!
No, delivering pizza and metal detector went off. You're dead, mate. Woman, what the fuck are you doing? I'm just imagining some poor schmuck triggering it with his keys or a belt buckle and getting utterly shredded by bullets. This security is mental. To no surprise, by the middle of the game I developed a crippling fear of guarded doors and running. It was so strong that, disguised as a fireman rushing to take out the fire, I was thinking twice, should I sprint or should I walk past those people, because I was heavily conditioned beyond any common sense that running always gives you away, even when you thought for sure it was fine. Which brings us to another big problem: slow pace of walking. Hitman walks like he has nowhere to be. And there's nothing more excruciatingly boring than watching your characters slowly dragging their feet across the vast map, especially when you have to replay a lot of the parts. Same goes for sneaking. Whenever you try to eliminate somebody who already walks at the slowest pace possible, it turns into a snail chase. They really need to ramp up their speed, and I already played the next Hitman and I know that they did, so thumbs up for that. As for missions, most of them were just okay. The best one for me has to be the FCK tower, starting from the basement killing. It's also the most memorable. Another one is Terminal Hospitality in India, when you can disguise as a surgeon and kill your target on the operating table. Pretty easy to do, but a lot of fun. Killing Russian generals was pretty forgettable. One mission in Japan, the first one when you need to kill a son of the guy you actually trying to assassinate, was interesting. The other ones in Japan, probably the worst missions in the game. In Afghanistan, you need to find a guy named Hussein who's hiding in a bunker. Wonder which event inspired that mission in the year 2002. Those were for some reason especially buggy, but otherwise nothing too special about them. I'm happy about the ending, the part where 47 leaves religion behind and stops being in identity crisis, realizing that he actually enjoys doing the hits. The whole reason why 47 in the first place doing the contracts is to fund search for Vittorio, his old priest. So there is a funny moment somewhere in the middle of the game when Diana reports to 47 she has no news about the priest and there's a high chance he already died. With which 47, being a rational man, agrees and tells her to withdraw all his money put on a search for Vittorio and just keep the contracts going, not for the sake of the old man or some morally positive thing, but simply because he enjoys it. And this, where I like things to stand. Took me 15 hours to complete again, and I'm giving Hitman 2 Silent Assassin 47 out of 100. Oh. Guy pissing. What? No. No, 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 no. What? He just disappeared.